Good afternoon everybody from Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport's Terminal 2. Today I'm going to be taking a flight aboard one of Jetstar's A320s from here in Sydney up to Brisbane. This is the third of 4 Jetstar flights I'm taking today. I've just arrived in from Hobart and now I've got over 5 hours to do something with here. Don't know what yet, but I guess let's find out. Now after a bit of plane spotting, including seeing Qantas' brand new A321 XLR, I'm going to head over to the Qantas terminal for a bit, since I have heaps of time. Now after having a snack, wandering around for a little while and doing some editing, I'm now going to head back to Terminal 2. Here's the Terminal 2 check-in hall, which looks different because there's renovations going on at the moment. Those big signs with the airlines have gone. I reprinted my boarding pass while I was there and that was easy. Security here was not amazing but pretty quick. And now we're back airside at Terminal 2, which has lots of places to get something to eat or drink, mostly food court style stuff, and there's some places to do some shopping too. There's really not a lot of power outlets though, which is a bit annoying. There's my ride to Brisbane. Victor Hotel Yankee X-Ray Whiskey is a 2013 built Airbus A320-232, which was built in Toulouse and is equipped with IAE engines and sharklets. This aircraft was delivered new to Jetstar Japan, which I'm pretty sure you can tell by if the plane has sharklets or not, because I don't think any of the planes delivered originally to Jetstar Airways are equipped with sharklets. This also means that there's a different cabin on board. This aircraft flew with Jetstar Japan until around the end of 2020, where it was stored in Alice Springs for a little while before making its way to Jetstar Airways in October of 2021.
Information for passengers traveling to Brisbane on Jetstar flight JQ820. We are now ready to commence boarding.
Boarding started slightly early. Welcome on board one of Jetstar Airways, ex-Jetstar Japan A320s, featuring 180 seats in an all-economy 3-3 configuration, so this config has one less row than the config on my previous 2 flights. I'm not sure if this configuration also used to be Jetstar Airways standard configuration. Feel free to let me know in the comments. My seat for this flight will be 5F, which is an up-front seat, which I was able to select for free thanks to the bundle which I picked. The seatback padding isn't great. There's some metal frame I think or something which I can feel. The top of the seat is curved but there's no proper adjustable headrest. The seat's also more upright. Now let's take a look at the rest of the seat features. Legroom feels like it might be marginally better. I think on both configurations, seats in some of the forward half of the plane have an extra about half an inch of legroom, so about 29 inches. There's no seat back pocket at the bottom of the seat. There is a standard tray table though. On the top of the seat there's a literature compartment, which as well as literature in this case also contained a little bit of plastic rubbish. But to be fair, without a deep clean that's kinda hard to see. And there's the overhead panel.
20 flying to Brisbane. My name is Norman, your cabin agent for today's flight. Flying us up to Brisbane, Captain Miguel Sands, and joining you First Officer Robert Morley. Flight time to Brisbane this afternoon, 1 hour and 4 minutes. Let us know if any assistance during boarding or throughout the flight, and the cabin crew are more than happy to assist you. We're here to make sure we're safe and comfortable through to Brisbane, so let's get our pursuit from the environment by respecting each other and your board crew.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, and you'd like to see more like it, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me and the channel out so much with being able to make more of these videos, as it would help the algorithm to show this video to more people. It would also be very much appreciated, but if you don't want to, that's completely okay.
Maybe cabin crew, please open doors.
It's now time for pushback about 9 minutes early.
We're just gentlemen, we're here for your safety, so please watch crew members nearest to you as they demonstrate the safety features of the Jetstar A320 aircraft.
Hello again. We want you to have a safe and enjoyable flight. Your carry-on baggage and larger electronic devices should now be placed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. The seatbelt is most effective when worn low, tight, and throughout the entire flight. Make sure you're familiar with the brace position best suited to your seat. Mask in place by fitting and tightening the strap. Thanks for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, I'll be dimming the main cabin lights. If you wish to continue reading, find light switch located in a panel view.
It's now time for takeoff on runway 34 right. After takeoff, I realised I was resting my hand somewhere where there was already chewing gum resting there. That's gross, but to be fair, it wasn't a tricky spot to see. Now here's a look at the in-flight menu, which this edition is new as of August. Also, either it's not working or this aircraft isn't equipped with Jetstar Entertainment Plus. I ordered the Pi Duo and was informed it would take around 20 minutes. I got a cup of water as well. The Pi Duo was delicious, just a classic sausage roll and steak pie. Not particularly healthy tasting or anything, but it was tasty. I have found the lack of a seat back pocket to be a bit annoying. I didn't properly test it, but the recline seems standard, but it would be nice since the seat is normally quite upright.
The first in-flight service has now concluded. For those passengers subjected luggage for this flight, you can collect your bags at a baggage claim located on the ground floor.
The cabin crew team will now be seated for landing. Thank you.
Now as we're descending into Brisbane, please allow me to conclude this flight with Jetstar. The whole experience at Sydney's Terminal 2 was solid. Boarding pass reprinting worked well, and there's lots of food and drink options, but the lack of good seating and power outlets is somewhere I'd like to see improvements. It's quite a busy terminal and it feels a bit crowded at times. Boarding was fine, it didn't take too long and we got underway early, which is great. For this 1 hour flight, the seats are okay, but I prefer the other ones on Jetstar A320ceos. This aircraft wasn't the cleanest, nor is it in the newest shape, but not the worst I've seen either. The Pi Duo I got was great, there was the usual goodbye on board selection. Interesting that there was no streaming entertainment on this plane. Also, the cabin crew have been friendly. So overall for the price, I think it was a decent flight. And for the price I paid because of the bundle I picked, I'm happy to be getting Qantas points and status credits for so cheap. But it wasn't quite that simple. So a few days after the flight, I still hadn't gotten the points and status credits, which I was entitled to thanks to having booked a flex fare. But because they weren't credited after a few days, I submitted a claim, which after a bit was approved, but claimed a 0 earn class, so I got nothing. After a couple of calls with Qantas, they said they'd manually credit it. It was a minor annoyance, but one that shouldn't have been necessary. Anyway, back to being on the plane. We'll soon pull into the gate about 17 minutes early, but for now please enjoy the rest of the approach and landing on Brisbane International Airport's runway 19 left.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brisbane, where we recognise the traditional custodians and the connection to the country. Arriving 20 minutes ahead of schedule, local time is 20 minutes to 7. Please continue to remain seated with seatbelts fastened until the captain has switched off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft has come to please stop the gate. Take care when opening overlookers, just in case any items may move during our flight, and also check your seat pockets for any personal items. This evening, but is parked through the forward left-hand door and the rear left-hand door using stairs. I'd like to thank you for just flying us today. We trust your flight to Brisbane, and we look forward to the next time you choose to travel. If you're visiting Brisbane, we hope you enjoy your stay, and if you're returning, welcome home.
I'd like to take this time now to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'd also like to thank all of my incredible Patreons for helping to make these videos possible. Their support is truly so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without them, so thank you so much to them.
It's coming up. Thank you. See you guys. Good day.
Once again, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on my next one next Saturday at 5 PM Melbourne time, when we will be taking a look at something a lot more exciting than a Jetstar A320ceo.